Hey everyone, welcome to another edition of my live tea tasting. I've got an exciting blend for you guys today, so I'm going to go ahead and start the water right now. Oh, hold on, my tea is in the way. I can't see. There we go. Okay, so tonight's blend, going on with the theme this month of teas from other countries. Tonight's blend is a Sencha tea from Japan. This one, Sylvia, welcome. This one, I've done a Sencha before. Sneha, welcome. Uh, but I have not gotten it directly from Japan. This one came from Miriam, who often comes onto the stream. She's not here tonight. I don't know if she's going to show up, but thanks for the tea, Miriam. Whenever you do watch this, so tea is actually tea. The sencha is actually from Japan. I was not expecting. I was not expecting an extra bag. Anyway, so sencha comes directly from Japan, and I'm really wishing I had gotten a my scissors. Oh, there we go. There we go. I found it. Okay. Yeah, this is not working. I know I saw my scissors here somewhere, but yeah, I was caught. Hey, Ma, welcome. I was caught slightly unprepared, and this is like a mega. This is a mega thing. Where is the scissors? I know I just saw them. Yeah, of course this is gonna happen to me today, right? You know what? This is ridiculous. Hold on, I'm gonna use a knife real quick. Hold on. Haha! Victory! Okay. There we go. Oh, it's always something. It wouldn't be one of my streams if I wasn't slightly unprepared, right? Oh my god. Okay, so catching up a little bit. This is a sencha tea, which comes from Japan, and the differences between Japanese and Chinese green teas are like night and day. Why is... Oh, are you serious? Bags. I think these are either... I can't win! Like, how is this packaged? I think this is loose. It feels loose. But, I don't know. It's a little bit, this is a little bit concerning here. Anyway, happy Friday the 13th. Hey, this is what happens. Okay, so, the differences between Japanese and Chinese green teas is that this tea is super packed. Is that Japanese green teas are usually steamed while Chinese is roasted. So we're going to get a completely different. Oh, thank God I can open this with my bare hands. So Japanese teas are going to look, taste, and even feel different from regular tea, from green teas from China. Oh, I'm trying not to spill anything. So we'll start with the way that it looks. Okay, this is very interesting because this is cut super duper small. I really wish I would have opened this thing beforehand because I was not prepared. But here we go. That is not indicative of the color that I was expecting. Why is that? Why is it black? Sencha is supposed to be a really dark green, but not black. Okay, I'm kind of confused right about now. I mean, it is tea. You can see how it's going, Sneha. It's not going very smoothly for me today. But yeah, I'm gonna carry on like the champion I am, and we'll take it from there. Okay, so hey Teresa, welcome. So this is just not going smoothly. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead because the water's ready, and I will pour it out. There we go. Okay, so like I was saying, Chinese green teas are usually roasted while Japanese are steamed. So you're going to get a different texture, a different different smell, and a different look. Alexa, set timer for 2 minutes.
2 minutes, starting now.
Thank you. Okay, so generally you can steep a tea, a green tea, a Sencha, for about 3. Mona Lisa, welcome. You can usually do it for about 2 to 3 minutes without over steeping. I don't know what's going on with this particular tea, so I'm going to play it safe and do it as a 2-minute steep. At 165. That's how it goes. Usually you can go up to about 180, but I'm going to play it safe this time and do it at 165. Because I don't know what I'm dealing with currently. So I'm, like I was saying, okay, you're going to get a much deeper green. Usually the leaves, when they're cut, they're not powdered like that. They're longer, straighter, and sharper edges. Due to the process, you're going to have the what was it? The tea is black. Do I think it's super excited? I know I'm super excited. Oxidized? No, it's not super oxidized because then it wouldn't be a green tea. It would just become a black tea. The process in this, I honestly don't know why it's that black. And even black teas aren't that black looking. This is like so black, it's blue. So I'm kind of like trying to figure out, they probably steamed it extra long to retain that moisture. Which is, I mean, I've seen a lot of Sencha, but I have never seen one as dark as this. So I get the feeling that this is gonna be a very rich flavor, but I'll know in a couple minutes. Anyway, so talking about the Alexa, stop. There we go. So about the flavor, you're gonna get a much different flavor from a Sencha. Nestor, welcome. You're going to get a much different flavor from a Sencha, from a Japanese green tea than a Chinese. It's going to taste more like a... I'm just looking, and there's not much left to look at. Usually I have tea left in there, but a lot of it sifted through, which is fine. You know, I mean, tea is edible. Zam, welcome. I am super... I was super excited, a little bit nervous, I have to admit, because I was not prepared for the packaging on this, but I got past that obstacle. So anyway, when you taste a Japanese green tea, you're going to taste more of a vegetal, grassy, green type of flavoring, but when you drink a Japanese green tea, you generally get more of a seaweed, saltier, more sea-like, like it's right out of the ocean, and that's because where the tea grows, it's exposed to a lot of ocean air. Herman, welcome. So all the seawater, all the salt gets absorbed by the tea, and then on top of that, it's steamed, so it retains a lot of the moisture, and when it oxidizes, it doesn't lose as much chlorophyll. When you roast green teas, the leaves come out looking more dry, so it's Totally different processes, totally different flavors. Oh, excuse me, totally different textures. Now, talking about the texture of the tea itself, you're gonna have smoother edges, smooth and sharp edges. You're gonna see a flatter leaf. Is it a salty or a mineral taste? It's. I mean, it depends on how you would define it. It tastes like salt water. So if you say that the salt water is because of like the sand and the minerals in the water, then yeah, it's more mineral. But at the same time, it's still like I would define it more as salty, just because it's defined as salt water. So it all depends on your perspective. But when you look at a green tea, you see that it's drier, or it looks dry, slightly browner, and it's crinkled and curled. And it usually, yes, that is it is salty because it was grown close to the ocean. It absorbs all of that. So I'm going to go ahead and pour some of this out because I'm getting so wrapped up in the explanation. I'm going to go through this entire stream and forget to actually drink it. Okay. So taking a look at that, it's got a really almost clear but a darkish color to it. I don't know if you guys can see it very well. This is very interesting because it still looks super black. It's almost like I think I need to turn on the lights to get a better view, because it's really hard to see the there we go. Motion sensors, gotta love it. So it looks a little bit darker than a regular green tea. But you can see, I don't know how well it's showing up on the screen. It's really, really strange. I've never seen a tea this color before because it kind of looks like it's almost blue. Maybe it's just the light, but it's like so dark and it's got like a greenish blue tint that I've really kind of enchanted by it. But let's see if it see how it goes. It smells pretty smooth. I have to admit, it smells pretty smooth. Almost, there's a kind of creaminess to it, like a vegetal cream, almost like a jelly. It's got a salty kind of scent to it, but it's not overpowering like Senchas usually are. This is really interesting. I've never had a tea quite like this before. Yeah, this is definitely a weird color. I mean, you guys can see. It's kind of like a almost brown, but not. Like a brownish, bluish, greenish tea. Yeah, absolutely. It's blue. I'm gonna give this a shot. We'll see how it goes. Oh, that's nice. This is gonna sound a little bit weird, but it tastes almost like a bit of a peroxide. Like it's got a watery, salty taste to it, but it's also semi creamy. There's a light flavor to it, like a lightness I can't quite describe. Yeah, it reminds me a lot of peroxide, which is, it's strange because I've never had a tea like that before, but yeah, I was not expecting that. I mean, it's pleasant because like teas. I love it when a tea surprises you. You know, um, the aroma. Let me see. The aroma is kind of sweet. It's a little bit savory. Um, well, yeah, you see the monitor because it's because I've got the. You know what? Let me scroll the screen down a little bit because I mean, yeah, you're right. You're getting a lot of the monitor, and that's from the community logo. But okay, so this should show it out a little bit. Now, pay no attention to the bottom portion, but you can see it's very very dark for a green tea. I've never had a green tea like this before, and it's good. It's interesting. It's kind of like I don't know how to describe it. Kind of like a I don't want to sound like this is gross or anything, but sometimes when you smell uh, like the hair the shampoo in somebody's hair, but then you get that after smell of the scalp. It smells kind of like that, like an aroma scalp. And I know that sounds really super weird, but it's actually no. I don't put any sugar in my teas. I drink them straight just for authenticity. This one is no different. And I know it sounds gross. It sounds a little bit gross, but it's not. It tastes like it tastes like a shampooed head. I know how that sounds, believe me. But give me give me some credit here. Maybe I don't know what it is that's I don't know what it is that's giving that kind of flavor. It kind of has like a milkiness to it. Like I think that's like the milkiness is attributing somewhat to that flavor, like the peroxide kind of texture to it. And there's a bit of a slow burning aftertaste that kind of. I know that this tea isn't for everyone. I was not expecting to taste this, but I love it when a tea surprises me. This does not taste like any sencha I've ever had before. I have to admit, this is very, very different. Usually the senchas I've had are very salty, very seawatery. Like it tastes like the steam where it came from. This one has those qualities, but not the flavor. Like you can taste the steam. How would I classify the tea? In what sense? Like as a green tea, or how would I classify it as a flavor? Navin, welcome. Hey, ya pops. I know he's gonna love that. It's definitely a green tea. It's supposed to be. It's supposed to be like oxidized only about what was it? I think 60% for a green tea, like between 18 and or is it 30? It's one of the two. I forget the the percentages of it, but it's I think you can only classify it as a green tea when it's up to 30%, and then it's like from 35 to 60% is an oolong. I was never good at remembering percentages or anything, so I'm kind of just like, I'm kind of winging it here. But I know the approximations. If only Thomas was here, he'd be able to give me some exact numbers. But yeah, this is something like that. So as it cools down, there's definitely a change in flavor. Right now, it's turning more into a milky, creamy kind of flavor. I'm really enjoying it. It's not as salty as I was expecting. Usually, when I drink a Japanese green tea, I have to kind of be prepared because I'm getting like it's a really strong, really savory flavor. So you're not going to get that kind of you're not going to get that kind of what's what I'm looking for. Like it's not going to show much mercy. You know, you have to be prepared to drink it. But in this case, it's very, very light. You know, and I'm thoroughly enjoying it. It's a little bit. It's very interesting. I gotta say that. I like it. I don't think it's going to be everybody's preference, just because it's very different. You know, people have a certain expectation when they drink their tea. They know what to expect, and some people, you know, when they're surprised, they don't appreciate the surprise. And you know, sometimes it is difficult. Like when I did the flower of Noto ginseng, that was definitely not a taste that I was aware of. But by the same token, it kind of just like I had to roll with the punches. This tea is a lot easier on the palate. There is a certain quality to it that makes it more delicious. So I don't want you guys to listen to my description and be turned off completely. It's not that bad. It's very it's kind of tame for a green tea. It's kind of like it's slightly pungent, and that's something that I'm trying to describe a little bit more, because like there's a quality to it that I can't quite put my finger on. Was it this tea that you're tolerating because when you really love your tea, your description is different? No, that's the thing. I'm not tolerating it. I'm just surprised by it. Only because like this was not what I was expecting to drink today. I was expecting to drink a traditional Japanese green tea. This does not taste traditional at all. But in a good sense, because like I don't know how they processed it, but there was like so much I was not expecting. You know, like for one, the color, for two, the size of the leaf. You know, you had tiny flecks. A lot of it ended up in the tea itself, which is fine because you know you can drink it, you'll be fine. But then like the flavor of it was not what I was expecting. This is not a typical green tea. Also, the name of it, I tried to translate. I do not know how accurate it is, but it was the translation that I was getting was fried tea. So you have like I assume that it's somehow like I don't want to think that it's fried because it doesn't look fried at all. But I don't know if that's got anything to do with the process. Maybe fry just takes on a different term in the native language. But like it just looks like this is processed so much differently than what I was expecting. And on top of that, you have a loose leaf inside a packet. This is interesting. because I pulled out the packet and I also have a bag. What am I drinking, dude? Oh my god. Because this is the Sencha. I have no idea what I'm drinking now. What is going on? What? What am I doing with my life right now? What is this? I'm serious. I don't know what I'm drinking. That's the only that's the only one. What am I drinking? Oh no, it's not silica. You can't pack silica with you can't pack silica with food. This is so weird. I don't know. I'm kind of like, it said do not microwave. I don't know what's going on here. I don't know if I should continue drinking. Yeah, I think that might be a good idea. Was that in Brazil we have lots of teas, but you didn't taste it? Here, we drink tea to fall asleep. Well, yeah, like, usually you won't drink an actual tea to sleep. Yeah, so I'm going to take a couple minutes to get rid of this. I don't know what it is. I don't think it's going to kill me. But I also do not think that it's going to be best if I continue to drink it. So, happy Friday the 13th to everyone. I'll be right back. I don't know what I did to myself. I honestly don't. Oh my god. This is a first, you guys. Alright, let's try this again. From the top. Because this is just not going my way. Oh my god. This is ridiculous. Oh, I tell ya, I should look before I leap. Because I don't know what it is I just drank. I'm like, why is this? I had no idea why it was packed that way. I don't know why it looked that way. I don't know, man. Maybe I should try to... I'll be drinking a lot of tea and peeing that out all night long. I promise you that. Because this is just weird, man. Okay, so... that being said, this time, we're gonna have another first. One where I don't wind up poisoning myself to death. But rather, I'm going to be drinking a cup from a bag. I was really not expecting that. So, now that I know what I'm working with, let's try this again. I don't even know what to call this stream now. It's like Sencha tea and poison. I don't know. No, that's the thing. There was a bunch of bags. There was only one packet of whatever that was, and I thought it was it. Okay. Okay, let's try this again. This is just awful. All right. Oh, I already threw it out. You want to see it? It's in the garbage. It just says do not microwave on the packet. I don't know, man. Where's now? I gotta get the. Get this thing. There we go. All right. We'll take it again. Take 2. And action. Okay. So now you can see. See, this looks more like it. You see, it's turning green already. Look at the top. Nicole, welcome. You just missed me almost dying. Oh, okay, yeah. This makes more sense. Okay, so you guys, I'll show you what it actually looks like in just a few minutes. Oh, dang it. Alexa, set timer for 2 minutes. Kara, welcome.
Starting now.
What is that? Do not eat. Well, yeah, it says do not eat. Didn't say anything about...
Browse other movies and TV shows. Just ask
What?
them to open Video Home.
Alexa, stop. Alexa, set timer for 2 minutes.
Second timer, 2 minutes.
Not a second timer. Oh, God. Happy Friday the 13th. Anyway, yeah, the packet said do not eat, but it didn't say anything about drinking. So, I'm just going to keep on going. I'm sure it didn't do anything. Because I didn't even drink a whole cup. I only had like a couple sips. And that was of it steeped. So, I think I'll live, you guys. Oh my God, that was ridiculous. I don't know what that was. I don't understand it. Only me. I should have opened up the package first. But anyway, all right. So, like, I mean, I've already talked about what the tea is and how it differs. Once I have it steeped, you'll be able to see a lot better what it is that I'm talking about. Like, this is the kind of tea that I was expecting. You get the straight leaves. Do I hear? Yes, I hear that fire engine in the background because it's in my background. Okay, so take a look, you guys. This is like it's turning into a greener tea. It's a very light green. It's very. It's almost. I mean, it's yellow. Almost golden. Alexa, stop. And in a few seconds, it's going to go off again. Because everything that can possibly go wrong on a live stream is going wrong today. Oh, absolutely. It is. It's... Alexa, stop. Okay. Now I can more accurately describe what a Sencha is because... I'm drinking an actual Sencha, not whatever that stuff was. Yeah, I am never streaming during a Friday the 13th ever again. Okay. This is absolutely safe to drink. So, yeah, I feel more secure in drinking a whole cup of this. Not so much a pot, because I was not expecting that, but... okay. This is a lot better. This smells like a saltier tea. Closer to ocean water, what I was expecting. And it tastes nice. Yeah, I did sniff it. I did. And this is gonna make a great story tomorrow. I swear. I'm gonna hang out with Thomas for a little bit. I'm gonna tell him the story. He's gonna laugh at me. He's like, "Yeah, some expert you are." It's National Hot Chocolate Day, so I should have drank hot chocolate instead, huh, Kara? Oh, that is so much better. So much better. More, well, I mean, honestly, the other one wasn't bad. I'm gonna be real, like, it wasn't bad. It was just kind of strange, pungent, weird. But I didn't hate it. I still liked, I still liked whatever that was better than the flower of Noto Ginseng. So this one does not smell or taste like a sweaty a scalp. Yeah, it definitely is a subtlety. Scalp shampoo. Yeah, I mean, it was weird, but not like out of the question. I don't know. Like, it's come to the point where I've tasted so many different types of teas that things just like it doesn't, like, it surprises me, but it doesn't faze me. Mm. So this one's got a nice smooth taste to it. It's very it's a little bit on the salty side, which is what I was expecting. And I'm getting a nice aromatic smell from it. I'm getting like it's very seawater, but it's also got like a creamy kind of rice flavor to it. Mm. So, this is the kind of tea that I can really get down with, Like, whenever I drink a green tea, it makes me more aware. And like, it's got a good enough bit of caffeine in it to perk you up, but not too much to like make you wired. The flavor alone is nice and savory, so you can drink it and thoroughly enjoy the flavor, which is what I'm doing right now. I'm doing that the Thomas trick where you drink from it and then exhale through your nose, and you taste it twice. It's got a nice, smooth, subtle flavor. And there's also a hint of like a nut of some sort. Kind of like I want to say maybe an almond. There's a slight almond flavor to it, but like not the almond itself, like the almond skin. You know that like that dryness that you get sometimes after eating an almond, and you have that like salty, dry film to it. That is kind of what the tail end tastes like, and it's definitely good. I like it. It's just very I don't know. I think I'm still tasting the other stuff a little bit, so I'm struggling to find I'm struggling to find like the differences between the two, because they were very similar. That greenish blue powder is like very I don't know what that stuff was, but it's like either it absorbed the taste or the taste from that absorbed into the tea. Every time you drink tea, your forehead sweats and your nose runs. That actually, yeah. Because what happens is when you drink something warm, your body reacts as if it's a fever. So it starts to drain out everything because it feels like you're fighting a fever, you're fighting a cold. So the first round of defense is evacuate your sinuses, because that's where everything comes from. So whenever you drink tea and it's really hot, especially a chai, that's why whenever somebody has a cold that they can't get rid of, I always recommend a chai. because that will elevate your body system from the core, and it comes right out. Used to, what was this? The other stuff I ate was by mistake was iron dust. Used to absorb oxygen from food. I did not know that. Well, it looks like I got a lot of iron in my diet today. I am literally Iron Man. I even got the Tony Stark looking thing right now. Tony Stark after he's drunk, but whatever. Oh, as long as it's not fatal, then I'll be okay. I wish I would have known that. Because it didn't have that flavor, so... If I feel pucky? What's pucky? I have no idea what a... Or pukey. Maybe pukey. It was radioactive powder. Now I'll be Spider-Man? Oh, I wish. I really wish. I'd have to, get myself a new job as a photojournalist. But I think, I think it's already been done. But honestly, if I feel pukey, then that's probably good for me because I'll throw everything up, and I'll be fine. But as of right now, no pukiness, no ill flavors, ill feelings. But yeah, everything's fine. I promise. As long as I don't die in the middle of the night, because then you all would miss me. Oh, that's so good. Oh man, it's so hot now. You see, because this is what happens. I'm sweating, mainly because I'm drinking this thing and it's elevating my temperature, and my nose is a little bit. I lost my train of thought. It's it's starting to drain my sinuses a little bit. But yeah, the color is nice. It's more green. It's more check it out. It's practically golden, and it's steaming up at the top. Love it. Well, I'll let you know if I feel vomity, but diarrhea, I mean, that's gonna happen anyway. That's just me. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys what this tea looks like. Because of the way that it's produced, it's not going to expand very much. And you can see how green that color is. Yeah, let me squeeze some of that out. Look at how green the water is, too. Now, you're not supposed to do this when you make a tea, because this is all the stuff that, from the stem, it's going to have a bad flavor. Or rather, a much stronger flavor than it's meant to. So you generally don't squeeze a tea bag against the side when you make it, because then that releases all the stuff that you're not supposed to get. But you can see how green that is. It's very, very bright. If you can see, I'm trying to find a good, it's really hard to tell. I'm trying to find some leaf. Clear. But yeah, you can see on some of the edges, they're super flat and super sharp. So that's generally what a Sencha is supposed to look like. What was this? If there was only one other in the pack, I would have drank it. Yeah, for real. I would have drank the entire thing. It's a good thing I looked, because I was like, wait, what? What's going on? That did not look right. I was not expecting to almost die tonight. Maybe tomorrow, but not tonight. Ooh, excuse me. Oh, okay. So, questions, comments. I'm going to open up the floor, you guys. If you have anything to ask, now's a good time for it. Um, while I still have my my wits about me. Okay, so I know your question, Teresa. What would I pair this with? Um, I would say it's one comment. Look before I leap. Oh yeah, absolutely. I learned that the hard way. Uh, um, actually, look before I drink. I forgot. Oh yeah, what would I pair this with? So it's a very savory tea. I would pair this with something just as savory. Maybe fish. Generally, you would eat sushi with this. So I would go with fish. Um, maybe chicken. Maybe. Depending on how it's seasoned. Keep it light. Rice for sure. Uh, and I don't know what the tea is. I mean, like I do know what it is. It was just it was just a case of mistaken identity. And now I'm facing mortality. Two in a row. Oh boy. If I die tonight, this will be my legacy. It was like, what a way to go out. But anyway. Okay, anyway. Oh, all right. I'm having way too much fun. So, going back, questions, comments, anything you guys want to talk about. Still talking about what I would pair this with. I wouldn't really pair it with a dessert. Maybe, I don't know, maybe crackers, saltines, something like that. That would probably go pretty well. Hmm. Trying to think. Yeah, I mean, there's not a whole lot that I would associate with this, because I tend to drink my tea just by itself, um, and I can really appreciate the quality of this, the smoothness of it. It's very like the mouthfeel is actually, it's got a very slow burn, and the mouthfeel kind of has like a slightly grainy, slightly coated feeling across my tongue, which is really good for a tea. Um, Sometimes you get like the Sencha powder that comes out of the tea bag, which is fine. I mean, it's perfectly edible. Um, it's actually pretty good. Oh, okay. Announcements. I don't know. I don't think I have anything going on. What is this? Is this the tea that you would purchase again? Absolutely. Yeah, I love Sencha. Um, it took me a little bit of time to get used to the taste of Sencha, but once you get it, it's you're hooked. Because a lot of Senchas are salty, so you're gonna get um, it's gonna be a bit of an acquired taste if that's not your usual go-to flavor. Um, was this dessert yummy crackers with sweet jelly berry? Probably. You know, I mean, you have like the crackers on the base with the jelly on top. It will mix pretty well in your mouth, and then chase it down with a little bit of the tea. Yeah, you should be good to go. Mm. Um, okay, so announcements. Well, the holidays are coming up. So I'm thinking. Let me see what because Christmas is on a Wednesday, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, Christmas is on a Wednesday, so I will be streaming that the 27th. I'm going to be continuing on with my teas from different countries. So you guys don't get a break from me, not yet. Uh, I don't know what I'm doing next week. I never know what I'm doing next week. But yeah. So let me think. I might do a Christmas time raffle. Is Wednesday or Wednesday? No, it's Wednesday. You know how I know? Because it's when you say it. It's Wednesday. What was I saying? Oh yeah, I might do a Christmas time raffle. If I do that, it will be the last weekend. You know what? Yeah, let's do that for the 28th. I'll open up the raffle on the 27th. I don't know what the prize will be yet, but I'll figure it out. The 28th and the 29th will be the days that you enter, and then I'll excuse me, I'll pick a winner on the 30th. Oh, there we go again. It's attacking me. Ooh, need a drink real quick. Much better. So is there sodium content to this tea since it tastes so salty? If so, should a person with hypertension stay away from this tea? If there is a sodium content, it's going to be very light, and it's going to be sea salt. So it's going to be a healthier version of salt for you. But I think you just get the flavor of it. You don't get the actual sodium in it and in heavy doses. So I would not really not recommend it. But it would, I mean, like for anybody who has hypertension, definitely ask your doctor, because it wouldn't be the salt that does it, but it might be if you're sensitive to the caffeine in it. So it all depends. I would definitely ask your doctor if you're worried about the effect that tea would have on you. Matcha, definitely ask your doctor because it's pretty potent. And matcha does come from Gyokuro, which is a close relative, I guess, to the Sencha. So yeah. Oh man, I'm stuffed. So as you can see, I'm running a little bit low. I think I have one or two gulps left. So, now's your time. Questions, comments, anything that you want to talk about. Now's your chance. Speak now, forever hold your peace. I'm thinking that after the new year comes in, I'm going to do the one more stream on the first week of January. And then I'm going to take a break. I don't know for how long yet, but I need to I need to finish off some of this tea, and so I can restock later. So I will be inactive for a little bit, but don't worry, I will be back eventually. Just gonna take a short break. I usually do around the new year. I don't think I did last year, but that was just me being a workaholic. But yeah, I'll definitely have news for you after my break. Yeah. So, questions and comments. Running low. Oh, that's good. Oh, I love how this tea is maintaining its flavor even after it cools down. I'm thoroughly enjoying this. This is definitely a tea that I would get again. Oh, definitely not the stuff in the weird packaging though. Mm. Oh, all done. So, thank you guys for joining me. It was a pleasure to not die in front of you. I will see you guys next week. In the meantime, have a great weekend, an amazing week, and I'll see you next time. Bye.